This is it. Usagi Village. Minions, begin phase 2. Extraction any and all carrots you can find. That one looks as carrots. What in the hell are you talking about, Blair? I am not a cunt. I won't skip it, but I'm definitely not going to read it all. Cause I get the idea. Gotta get the carrots back. Gotta get the carrots back. Oh, it's because I'm on the other side of the country. Are you at labs? I have a plan. You don't. Hold on a second. Oh. Oh man. Are you really, guys?
Hey Greg, fuck you.
Yep. Yeah, that looks like Zump. And somebody I've never met before.
Hey Greg, fuck you.
Blair! Is it you behind Brian? Are you even watching the stream at this point? Oh.
Hey Greg, fuck you.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Hey Greg, fuck you.
Jesus Christ. Well done, guys. Well done. Hold on, let me... see if we can do it after. Hey, thank you, Larry. Appreciate that, host, buddy. Glad you guys are having fun over there. I wish I could go, obviously, but... Give me all the carrots. And I think that was a radish. I can't be sure about it. Hey, got an achievement. What did it read? Oh man. What a good way to start off the stream, huh? Play online? Huh. That's cool. New enemy! Got Dangan. Dangan? He's so angry. Got another achievement, defeated 100 enemies. That's clearly a rollover from the last time I played this. Oh. So I like how when you aim the shurikens, it'll hit a target. Regardless of like where you actually aim it. So you don't have to be fucking like perfectly aimed. Saru. Called me a poop head. Okay. Very adamant about the poop head insult. Is that a corgi? I think this is actually an old outhouse. He forced me to. He forced me in the. Oh, forced me through the bottom. I was reading that wrong. Alright, rabbit boy. Stop hitting that. You're one of those guys. Always breaking someone else's screwing on the fun. Blah, blah, blah. It's stinky in here. God, he's mad. Let me, yep, got it, uh-huh. It's pretty fun. I mean, it's simple. Basically like an endless runner slash beat 'em up. S rank. Alright, cool. Special emblem on my save file? Alright. Didn't think that was necessary in 2018, but here we are. What is he? Oh. Really gentle. Top, drop, and roll. There we go. I'm Corgi Jr., brother of Corgi Not So Jr. from the Corgi Brothers. All-purpose shop. I can get new stuff from the Corgis. Hey! What is up, Anthony and Jeff Life? I'm assuming that's level 3. Alright. Press X. Ah, okay. I can do talkie-talkie on Discord if you want. I am in general right now, Anthony. I can almost get the carrot sword. Ooh, but health is always good. Definitely getting the health. Hey. I'll get this for now.
Okay. So, what was it? Okay. I think, so I don't call it an Easter egg per se, but there is actually some this game that was added recently. I'm not sure how far you get into the game, but like there's masks you get in the game. Yeah, I believe enhances your skill. I'm not too sure. I just saw a clip of it. But, yeah,
well, is it
a mask?
Is it a mask of something that I would recognize?
Yes, I think so. I think so. I'll let you know when you come across it.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I was super happy today. I got my microphone set up.
Are you near? Hold on. Are you near a fan?
No.
Is there like a sound?
I am actually.
Okay.
Actually, I am. The reason why I have it on is because it keeps. I can turn it off for now.
Well, it's. I can hear it really well, so I'm like, I don't know if they can hear it.
Yeah, hang on. There it is. Turn it off. All right, there you go. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm a fan on here just because like it's this Surface Pro is 3D form, so I have it on to the number. But yeah, this seems cool. I came across this. What was it? I had my eye on this game. So I saw it on website I'm on, and yeah, it was really cool. I like the. It's kind of a brawler-esque. It's like you're running the entire time.
Yeah. Okay, just a minute ago I called it an endless runner / beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, it was because at first it was only for Windows, and I was like, it didn't exist like other consoles. It was only for Windows at first. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game.
Yeah, I'm having, shit. I'm having fun with it. Oh, these enemies just keep hitting me with everything. That's not bad.
Yeah. See, I'm not the only one fan of games.
No, it's just like, it's really hard to dodge their...
Well, times you gave me shit when I was...
Yeah, but see, here's the difference, is it's the game, not me. Good enough.
how's
God damn it!
how's your hybrid? How's your, it's going pretty well.
Oh.
It's
So,
going pretty well.
I don't like this weapon. Currency.
So, what was it?
My curiosity
Yeah.
is if I die, do I keep the carrots?
I don't know. I think, hey Jeff, you're in here, right? Let me see. Yeah, you are. Hey, so question, if you keep all the carrots?
Oh god.
Oh, wait. That's your bunny.
You are a rabbit.
Oh, why did you
Because it's a robot.
Man, it does kind of ability. Yeah, but that's probably the design. It's a brawler. So like that hills are always like that's the right on the screen and then we went backwards. Yeah. If anything, like yeah, I pretty much go with brawlers. So, speaking of which, freaking who would have thought it? Streets of Rage 4. It's happening.
Yeah, that was crazy to hear. Oh my god, I'm just getting destroyed right now. I think that was at a level. If that's at a level, great. Yeah, I beat it.
Yeah. This is
Oh, that weapon does a lot of damage, but it takes a little bit longer to swing. So that's what was throwing me off so bad.
I see. You just okay. Hey, you still got an S rank though. Not bad.
Because I'm good at video games, Anthony. We've established
Ha
this.
ha 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 ha.
Okay, before we continue on the story here, Brian of Half Empty Energy Tank is in, is that Mag Labs? And I don't remember where that is, but it's on the East Coast regardless. And there's a bunch of people who are in that chat, in this chat, including Valaire, who are there. So he's been sending me videos. Here's the first one.
Hey, Greg, fuck you.
And that has Valaire and Zump in it as well. And then here's the next one with Chris Krieger and Brian.
Hey, Greg, fuck you.
Alright. Here's the next one with Brittany, Slappy Meats, and Tiny Ninja.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg, fuck you!
He just sent me another one.
Yeah, Valaire told me that you were online. I was like, hey, let's do something dumb for him. I was like, yeah, okay, we can do that real quick. And it's a stormy day, so we're having a good time here. But yeah, missed you, and wanted to let you know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Half Empty Energy Crew.
Yeah. I streamed with them. If you guys don't know, I streamed with them for about damn near 3 years, it feels like. So Brian runs a charity event at MagFest called the Mega Manathon. This upcoming year will be number 7. But I discovered them in their second one because let me finish this message. I discovered them in their second one because Gerard the Completionist had said, like, I loved his videos, and he said he was going to be there playing Mega Man X4. And I followed the channel to, you know, because he was like, here's the channel, yada yada, follow it. So I did, watched quite a bit of the Mega Manathon before Gerard even showed up, and I really liked how they had the charity event set up. the fact that they were live there, like there was just really cool. And I was like, you know what, I'll check out the channel after the event and see if I like it. Long story short, I became good friends with them. They friended me on like all the social media platforms because I'm a genuine guy, even on the internet, which is supposedly not a common thing.
Yeah,
and yeah. When did you change your name, Ryan? I didn't know. Okay, well, Jesus Christ, I'm glad you told me now. I thought you were just somebody, like, you came in and, like, you kind of knew us and Anthony. I was like, I don't know. I was so confused. Okay, so here's the thing. Is it Zhengru? Zhengao? Is it Zhengao? Zheng... Oh, boy. You went with one that was hard to pronounce. It's just Django? Got it. Okay. Understood.
Django. Alright, cool.
That's easy. Anyway, so yeah, I streamed with them for about. Kind of made it easier, yeah. People are still gonna mispronounce that, but at least when you tell them how to pronounce it correctly, they're not gonna mispronounce it anymore.
Yeah.
I remember the first day that I streamed. I'm just gonna skip this, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sure the story is hilarious and fantastic, but I want to play it. Not watch it. Now, coming from me, that's weird. So that's good. Hold on, just checking out what I got. Ooh, buy. Yes, buy that. Sorry, my neck is killing me today. But yeah, so I streamed, they were streaming their, smaller 24-hour, Sonic Spring Fling, which is now, like, summer something or other, but anyway. At the end of it, Brian was playing some, he was exhausted, because it was 24 hours. Are you okay there? Is there a reason you're snapping?
Oh, no, sorry, I'm just testing something. So go ahead. Don't mind me.
I was like, what are you doing? But yeah, he was playing Samba de Amigo, and he was exhausted. That's on you, Ryan. You pronounce my name any way you want. But yeah, I had just gotten oh, hang on. Lots of things are happening. Give me a second. Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm just testing something. Okay. Cool. Works.
He was playing Samba de Amigo. He was tired. I had just gotten Fibbage, the first Jackbox game ever, and I said, who wants to come to my channel and play some of that? And he says, why don't you just stream on... Yeah, if you want, dude. I'm in Discord. I'm actually gonna close the Google Hangout because I had that up. Just fuck it.
What's up?
No,
it's the party.
Anthony has
Jesus.
Anthony had to take off for a second.
I just got here.
But yeah, so Brian goes, do you want to just play... I need to be playing the game and talking, because this is a sponsored stream, not a red talk about the past stream. But yeah, Brian just goes,
Oh, you're a rabbit. You're a rabbit, and you're cutting shit up and collecting carrots.
Follow us out, by the way. I am. Oh, bro, I have my cash.
you actually sound better.
You sound really good.
Yeah.
I haven't heard you sound this good in a Discord chat in a long time, to be honest. And I'm not saying that to be an ass or anything. You sound really good. Oh, you're a rabbit and you're killing mice? And they're
Killing everything.
When they explode.
Those are actually pigs.
They look like mice from here. Okay, now I see their pig noses. Okay, so they're mouse pigs.
Mouse for pigs from Mars.
Yeah. Oh my god, I am so tired.
Physical therapy?
Yes. They worked me pretty hard today. I went from 1 to 2, and about 30 minutes ago it started hitting me hardcore. I was still, because I had to go to Norton yesterday and I was gone for 5 hours. And then, because I had physical therapy today and that took up 2 hours of the day, I've lost a lot of editing time, so I still haven't even posted the episode of Marching Up. I was wanting to get it done by 6 p.m. today, but there's just no way I can, and I am so tired I need a nap. So it's going to be in the morning before I get it done. Because I have joined other podcasts. I've got to be on one tonight live at 9. If I don't get a nap, I'm not going to be fresh for that one. And hours is, recorded, and I've got a majority of the edit done, but I caught myself falling asleep, and I didn't want to risk cutting out audio and not realizing it. So it's like I'm just going to save it here and shut it down for now. And go back to it when I can focus. God, I'm so tired.
Yeah, in fact.
I'm pushing myself hard, man. I am pushing myself hard.
What happened?
Oh, what? Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
What?
It's good to rest every so often, man.
Yeah. When did we do we did the summer movie Winter City Wednesday, didn't we?
Yes? Yeah.
Okay, so I met with the prostologist yesterday. Craig knows the story, and Ryan saw me post it. They started the compression and shaping on my leg yesterday. They said that I've got tremendous, wonderful blood flow and tremendous musculature in my legs, especially where they had to do the amputation. He was surprised at how far I am, and he said, look, he said, in the prosthesis rig, it's just going to be basically a foot shape that you can put in a shoe with a metal pole and the protection. Because you're going to go through probably 3 in the first year. I was like, okay. So they're not going to design anything super cool yet. But I was like, look, man, I said, I'm determined I want to get, my surgeon has kept telling me that my leg hasn't healed enough. It needs to heal more. I've been wanting to start compression, but she keeps saying it needs to heal more. He said, honestly, with what little bit you got left, you could have been doing compression for several weeks now, and it would have probably helped heal that up even quicker, because when you do the compression, it's forcing any fluid that's trying to find a way out into your body. And so in the past 27 hours, 28 hours since I've had the compression sleeve, it's already, I can already tell a big difference in everything. But he did say that, I said, I want to be walking by October 16th. He said, well, what do you mean by walking? Because some people's definition of walking is being able to stand up and take 3 steps. I was like, dude, I said, I want to have a normal life again. I want to be able to get up, go, drive to town, go to the grocery store if I have to, or, go to the comic shop, or just anything. I said, I'm taking a trip October 23rd. I'll be gone for a week, and I don't want to be in a wheelchair and have to rely on others. I want to be self-reliant. It's like, you give me a week in inpatient rehab, and I'll have you walking well before then. So, because I have to go and I have to stay in a rehab facility for a whole week. But he said, I'll go in on 2 wheels and I'll go out on 2 wheels. He said, while I'm in there, they'd be working with me about 4 hours a day, having me do different tasks, having me, starting out walking with like parallel bars, then moving to the walker, and then moving to a cane, and then, walking on my own. But, like, they've got a driving simulator there to where you actually have to use the pedals and everything. And because it's my right foot, that's crucial for me to get that down again. But, like, as I've told you guys, I can still feel my foot and ankle and toes linked. And I was telling him about it, and I was like, look, I'm and he sees how I'm flexing my muscles. He's like, you're moving your toes right now, aren't you? I was like, yeah. And he's like, good, I want you to do that all the time. I was like, dude, I do it all the time. It keeps it from cramping. And sometimes I'll get an itch, and I'll start scratching the top of my knee, trying to make it go away. And he showed me a spot on the back of my calf muscle, and he pressed it. And I felt a jolt run down by my no longer there Achilles tendon. And I was like, whoa. And he's like, anytime you feel an itch, just press right there, and your itch will stop. I was like, huh. But, yeah, he was really impressed with everything. So, I'm super excited to, the week in the rehab facility. I'm still super excited. It could be as soon as 2.5 weeks from now that I'll be walking again.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're doing so well.
Yeah, I'm not letting it beat me. I'm kicking it in the teeth, man. But rehab has worn me slapped the fuck out.
Well, I mean, that's not terribly uncommon considering, you've been doing exercises, but nothing physical therapy-wise.
Exactly. I've been doing stuff for mobility, but it's very limited what I have access to and what I can do here. There, I'm still doing stuff for mobility, but I'm also adding weight to the mobility exercises and learning more things that I can do there, and So, it's crazy.
I mean, life has a way to just fucking throw some shit at you. Yeah, the game is a lot of fun so far, Fallen. Sorry, I just noticed the chat. It's a beat 'em up. I mean, it's just straight up a beat 'em up. The design of the characters is really fun. The idea is very, oh, Jesus Christ, that thing hurt me. Oh my god.
That's similar though. just so you know, I've changed my name on Twitch. So if you ever see Django in your chat, know that it's me. I freaked out Greg earlier on the stream just by talking with him as if I knew him.
Why did you change your name?
I'm tired of people not knowing how to pronounce it. There are guys who goes to say, I'm just like, well, let's just make it something else here then.
Yeah, it's a lot easier for me to say Ryan.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. But at least online, I guess.
Django's not a bad name. Not a bad name at all. Also, can you guys hear me finally?
Yes.
Yeah, you sound great. You sounded fine earlier.
Jesus.
Also this bear.
Yeah, it's wrecking my day over
He
here.
is steamrolling you.
Oh,
Rest in peace, Greg.
Greg, don't let him get you. Don't let him get you, man.
Rest in peace, Greg.
oh, 2 health.
Oh my god. I got people like.
Oh, one of the other guys got me.
Oh.
Good God. This thing was fucking destroying. Well, okay, good news. You keep everything you collect when you die. So learn that one.
Cool. Alright. Time curse tag.
Have you been drinking lots of water? Thanks, Hydrate Bot.
Thank you, Hydrate Bot. You're always there when we need you.
Except it was the game, not Hydrate Bot itself.
This might actually be better.
That's a pretty wicked ass looking sword.
That is itself a huge shirt.
Put that on.
Just like that shirt times.
Corgi!
Well, it's also not a
It's a sword, I know, but it's in the shape of a shirt. Okay? That was like a hybrid.
I'll just save my money. I want that carrot sword.
Carrot sword, yeah.
Let's try this again.
Nothing phallic about that sword at all.
Aren't all swords phallic in some nature?
Anything long is considered phallic, so that's kind of the purpose of the argument.
Oh, that's a fast sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing is that it allows you to only hit.
Well, so did the spear. And until I can find a weapon that hits all around me, But that's also the point of the game, is going to hit in front of you. To hit behind you, you have to dash backward.
Oh, you didn't. Wait. Is that a auto?
Given the staggering effect of the boomerang, you can really play
Ah!
you to be how fast you move, or how you position it.
Yeah.
You play the game, Anthony.
No, I have my time. I want the shit talk from everybody else when I play games. I have my time. Fuck you guys.
I don't see you play this game.
Well, I can. Actually,
You know what? What's stopping you, Anthony? Get your hands amputated?
Damn.
Can't's not my vocabulary, son.
I can play this offline. I want to play it on stream. I just do not have the technology yet. Not yet.
You know, they have the technology. They can go younger. Nah, I'm still fat.
I like that stuff.
Actually, I might play this for
Good game. It's 2 players, Anthony, by the way.
Players?
Yep,
Oh, okay,
yep.
cool.
One person's some kind of other rodent that eats carrots.
Like a, like
I actually can't tell what it is, but it looks like a fox. But it's not.
Oh.
It's clearly not a fox.
Oh.
Well, it looks like a fox.
that's the player character when you play 2-player.
Yeah, I'll show you, because
Oh.
you can just straight pick them.
My.
Oh! So the action stops, and then you can finally attack more than one direction. I see.
Yeah. You can attack down you. All kinds of other shitty heads.
This was a much better weapon to choose for this fight.
Wompity womp womp. I'm just so depressed right now that I wasn't able to go to Mag Labs. This whole job thing.
Are you still looking?
I am. I got one, but I'm...
Yeah, I've been updating everybody with my good news, and I didn't even ask if you had any. Sorry.
Oh, no worries, man.
Fucking rude.
Well, the world is all about me. I'm sorry.
Alright, I'll just stop there then.
No, I'm just kidding. You know that. So still on the hunt.
Yeah. I got this one job with the university that I'm going to be putting in for, but, it requires a reference letter. And I fucking hate asking for one of those things.
Oh, it has to be from like a former employer or coworker or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of nerve-wracking to say, hey, can you put in a word for this other employer here? Like, and then it just feeds into my whole idea of self-worth and lack thereof, and, you know, it's just kind of, it's a really, really vicious mental loop.
Yeah.
But it has to be done. I mean,
Yeah.
if that's not good enough, then they're probably sure you would take you a good word for it. But it's one of those cases where, like, nothing bad enough. It's like, oh, yeah. So.
Yeah, it's just a situation where I'm like, I have something that I can ask, it's just...
Yeah, damn.
Sorry. Sorry.
Destroy everybody, dude.
Did you sneeze right
What?
onto the microphone?
No, I had my hand over the microphone and I turned my head away from the microphone. I apologize. That was a category 2.
I bet your microphone smells like boogers.
No, because as I said, my hand was over it. And I turned my head away.
Yeah, but did you dab?
No, because I'm
Not
not an
good
idiot.
enough. Not good enough.
Oh, it was more than good enough because had I dabbed, I would have been so angry at myself for being an idiot I'd have cut my other leg off.
That seems drastic. What power does this say? 16 or 6? And then what was this? Gonna buy this sword. So what I'm doing, just if you're curious, I'm trying to get weapons and stuff that are more powerful than what I've had. And this was awesome. This was great. But they're basically the same thing. So, I mean, it's a longer distance, but this is stronger and I'll swing it just as fast. Make sense? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, don't worry, Fallen. He is trying to get the territory. He is stated before.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get a few things that might help me out in the later rounds. But I'm trying not to spend too much. I need 350 to get this one.
Yeah. He's almost there.
Oh, you have the choice of even playing it online too, I see.
Yeah, I don't know if I could play with a friend online, because if I can, that's fantastic.
Maybe it's a rando.
Well, I know you can do random because it said like search for lobby.
Oh, gotcha.
You hear me just mashing X over here? I could mash the trigger button. That doesn't feel right.
Mash X to pay respects.
To whom? To whom, Ryan? Oh, Jesus. It's this villain that has like an asthma problem. He's just like, like he can only get one. Fucking. Okay, what the hell is up with this enemy?
He kind of looks like a kobold.
Couldn't get behind him yet.
There you go. Whoa, that's a lot of them.
A lot of green. A lot of
I thought about you last night, Greg. I was playing a game of Jackbox with some other friends.
Yeah.
Whoa, alright.
And they were playing bracketeering. And one of the questions was, name a color, any color. And the people that I played with are very, like, don't tell me what to do type of people.
Yeah.
Like, they're very contrarian with their answers. So, all the answers except for two were anything but a color. And it got to a point where colors were facing off. So toward the end of it, we were trying to determine whether or not yes or no was a good color. Yes won out though.
No.
Yes.
I was watching Animal Planet this morning. You guys ever watch Animal Planet?
Of course.
Animal Planet's fascinating. They had all kinds of cool shows on there. Learned that it was fascinating though because I learned that today I learned that dogs can't operate MRI scanners, but cats can.
You're
What?
awful.
Okay.
You're awful.
You know,
You made a
it
joke.
honestly, I'm concentrating on the game so hard, it took me a minute. It honestly took me, I was like, what? I don't understand the joke here.
He says dogs cannot operate MRIs, but can.
No, I got it now.
Okay.
You get a question wrong, and this is your punishment. I mean, all these enemies are really just cannon fodder.
Also, Greg, have you started watching Paradise PD on Netflix yet?
No, because I've been busy watching Spider-Man playthrough since I don't own a PS4, and playing Destiny 2.
I saw last night some, was I watching Mexican watch, Spider-Man. It is fucking good. Oh god, that game looks so good. It looks like it plays really well.
Yeah, before you continue about Paradise PD, because I'm curious what this show's about, but I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Have been since I was a kid. And, like, watching how this game... Hey guys, guess what's gonna happen? Hold on. Let us win them? Yeah, sure.
No.
Ooh, at
I don't-
night.
Ooh, a shady shop.
I don't want to visit a shady shop.
Well, shit.
Oh shit, that's a fuck.
So,
It's a corgi.
the Night faceplate Not regional enough for my taste, but should protect that pretty face of yours. Night vision goggles. Okay. So it doesn't...
Throw this away.
They don't say what any of them do.
It might just be, like, cosmetics.
Yes?
Is there anything else that he sells besides those?
No, this was it. Oof. Oh! Oh! No!
What?
It's such a good item! Read that fucking description! Recovers one life point for every 3 enemies defeated. Oh, that's so good.
He's always losing health, so that definitely would help him. Or, you know, he can just get better.
So I know that I said I was gonna get the carrot sword. But there's other things that are better, and I don't need the carrot sword.
Oh, I get the joke on the carrot sword. It's a great sword. But it's a great sword for bunnies. Ha! It's
Okay.
great swords for long.
You doing alright there, Brian?
I got the joke.
Oh, anyway, what was I saying? I was saying something.
You were watching Spider-Man instead of watching Paradise View.
No, it was something. Oh, that's right. Yeah. The way that Spider-Man has to swing, they did a very clever job about him not using his webbing if there's not a building above him. So if you're above buildings and you go to use your webbing, he doesn't do anything. However, if you are moving forward, he will grab the ledge and pull himself. So he's like just being flung. Little touches like that I think are really clever because other Spider-Man games have not given a shit. They're just like, well, he swings. Like, when you're in Central Park, you can swing through Central Park, but you're really low to the ground.
Well, yeah.
So it's just really clever how they incorporated that. The acrobatics with the fights. That's the thing about Spider-Man. He's very, very acrobatic. And the fights are incredibly acrobatic. Like, if there's guys with shields, you don't just, like, grab the shield with the webbing and pull it off of the guy. Like, you grab it, you slide under his legs, and then beat him in the back. Like, that's way more Spider-Man than pulling his shield.
I agree.
So, no, they nailed Spider-Man. They nailed it. Plus, the story there's no origin bullshit. It takes place quite a few years after he's been Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's been established, like I think at the start of this game, he's been around for about 8 years.
Something like that.
I want to get it, I just want to have to wait until next month to get it because things are pretty heavy on pre-order for this month and, you know, funding for my trip, you know, things I've already had to pay for out of pocket. I've only got about $200 to spare after all that's said and done to get me through the month. That's just personal finances. I did find out how I'm going to save over $100 a month on my cable bill. I'm fucking completely disconnecting my Comcast cable, and well, I still have to keep the internet and the phone, but that's a business package. But the actual cable, because you can't get cable on a business package in a residence, I have to pay for it on a separate bill, and it's not bundled, and it's costing me like a fortune. And PlayStation View is a hell of a lot cheaper. It's got all the channels that we watch, and it's only going to cost me $70 a month to keep all the channels that we watch plus the sports channels that I watch. So I'm like, fuck it. Why am I paying $107 a month when I could just pay $7? So I was going to go ahead and activate it, but my PlayStation Plus subscription for the year renews tomorrow. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that because some stuff I've got on pre-order I won't be able to get. I'd rather have my pre-order stuff, so. And I've already paid the Comcast bill for the month. Because I paid this up front. First of the month. But yeah. It's looks like it's gonna be a pretty good option.
Ha! This asshole.
And then there goes Anthony again.
I got an achievement. So what's Paradise PD? What is this?
It's a new animated show on Netflix that's right up your alley, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it's made me laugh my balls off a couple of times already, and I'm only 2 episodes in. Dude,
I'll watch it.
There was something that was said in episode 2 that does make me and Misty laugh so goddamn hard we were both about crying.
I'll watch it. We should definitely hold that for an episode though, because I know that we have for the end of the month. I don't know when your stay at the hospital is going to be, so there's that too.
Yeah, I know. But if I can find a way to get a laptop in there, I can keep current and can do shows. It's not so much work and dedication, it's just that it's extremely lonely. And podcasting is a great way for me to socialize as well. Anyway.
Yeah, so the bad guy that I just beat gave me a rune, and once I picked it up, it was just like, hit enemies to charge this up, and this is what you can do. It's like, good God.
Get a rune.
What a rune.
But yeah, there's three things coming out this month: Iron Fist, American Vandal Season 2, and something else. And I was like, we need a 4th show to round out what we're trying to do. And I think Paradise PD will definitely be it.
Something else Season 2 coming out? No, this new Iron Fist is good. Fuck you, Ryan. It's good.
It's good. It is good.
Okay, I'm gonna say season 1.
Fuck you, Season 1 was alright.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the story. I didn't like Danny Rand as a character.
Well, so that's the thing. Okay, that's the thing. Season 1 of Iron Fist kind of sucks, and I didn't know this is the show you were talking about. Sorry. Defenders is awful for various reasons, but when he's introduced in Luke Cage Season 2, that's the first time Danny Rand is a good character. Like,
he's
really
awesome in it.
Yeah. So, that being said, hold on guys, I gotta do one thing real quick. Yep, sorry, I'm gonna do something here in a second. When he's, wow, my brain is just not working suddenly. What I'm hoping is that his Season 2 show is good. That we actually get him being or being Iron Fist and not whatever the fuck Season 1 was. But my brother put it best, and that's Iron Fist's comic books weren't even that great. He wasn't a really fun character until he teamed up with Luke Cage to be heroes for hire. So
This is true.
So we might never actually get a good Danny Rand season. But I really hope that maybe after season 2 of Iron Fist, we actually don't ever get another Luke Cage or Iron Fist season 3. We just get a Heroes for Hire show. I really want that.
Ow! It did too. It wounded me. It wounded my heart.
Sorry, I'm saying if there's any random games online.
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Yeah, I'm probably going to play this for another half an hour, guys, and then call it, because I need to get some sleep before my shift starts at 10 p.m. tonight.
I absolutely have to take a nap myself.
But this game is awesome. This game is really, really well made. I don't think anyone's online. I just realized that this game just came out. And Spider-Man and Destiny 2 are out, and nobody's playing this, but...
Yeah.
I'm glad we can show it off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Everybody's playing Spider-Man, Destiny. I don't blame them.
That Destiny expansion has a really fucking good story. So they did a really clever thing. I'm gonna kind of spoil something a little bit, but not too much. So the really clever thing that they did was, instead of making an arbitrary story with a bunch of characters that we kind of know but not really, they made it about the bad guy. And the bad guy kills a character that everyone loves because that character is kooky and crazy and it's voiced by Nathan Fillion. They kill off that character. This has been known for months before it even came out, so I'm really not spoiling that at all. Back in year 2 of Destiny 1, there was the Taken King content. At the beginning of it, Aldrin Sov, who is the bad guy of this one, he's him and his sister Marisov, who's the Queen of the Rift, which, if you're curious what the Rift is, there was a giant battle in the Rift years ago, and it's the goddamn the asteroid belt, and it just has a shit ton of like weapon parts that are not weapon parts, but ship parts that are scattered through. But anyway, so she's attacking the Taken King's thing, and she dies in an ensuing explosion. And so this DLC picks up where that left off, where her brother is trying to avenge her, or it seems like avenge her death, and he's blaming the Guardians for it, right? I hope all of that made some kind of sense. Is anyone still there? Am I talking to myself?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay.
Damn it, I wasn't gonna say it. You had to go and fuck it up, man. I think you should have just died.
Anyway, sorry,
Finish the fucking story.
I'm getting distracted by this game. So yeah, he blames the Guardians, and at a certain point, there's a place in the game called the Prison of Elders, where they basically keep all the top tier assholes in the universe there. But for game's sake, like when it was introduced, it was basically a place where you could go in, kill a shit ton of bad guys, like I said, but you got a lot of gear out of it. And it scaled in difficulty. It was basically like a little arena situation. Anyway, so apparently you and Kate Six, the voice actor of Nathan Fillion, whatever, You go to there to fight, or because there's a prison break. In the middle of it, you discover that it's not a prison break. It's actually a prison escape, if you will. Not a prison. Sorry. A riot. They thought it was a riot. It was a prison break. That's what it was. Sorry. I had that backwards. And that it was Aldrin Sov that was causing it. So when Cade like does his fucking thing that he always does, he fucked himself over because he was in a location where nobody else could get to him. And he was by himself. He got overrun. Aldrin Sov kills him. But in the meantime, he also frees up a bunch of these high-level, high-ranking bad guys. So the game, instead of having you know about them, it forces you to fight each one individually. And you have a list, essentially a list, where you have to go one by one and fight them. Now the reason that I think this is clever is it's really fun from a comic book standpoint, from an old school video game standpoint, to get to the big bad, you have to kind of go down the list and get to them. Like the movie that Bruce Lee did, his last movie. What with the tower? I can't fucking think of the name of that. Alright.
Because I like letting you struggle with names of anything.
The worst!
Don't king shame.
Oh, I'm not. Come on. You know it. It's there. It's on the tip of your tongue. You wear the yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah. I know the movie. Can't think of it.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in it.
You could say it as many times as you want. It's not gonna...
Way of the Dragon?
Is it Way of the Dragon?
I don't know, I'm asking you.
I don't remember the name of it.
I'm just gonna let you two wonder.
Alright, fine, I'm Googling it. Because I'm the only one who can get to Google right now.
No, I just choose not to because I don't need to because I own all of Bruce Lee's movies on DVD.
Anyway.
Game of Death.
Game of Death, thank you.
That was it.
So, it was basically like a Game of Death situation where you had, oh my god, fucking slippery. Yeah, it was a Game of Death situation where you had to find and kill each one individually to move on, and each one had a different, unique thing to them. So there's one that's a sniper, there's one that's on a bike sort of thing. There was one called the Mad Bomber who, well, he had bombs. Like, very clever. Each boss was different. It wasn't just a bullet sponge situation. Like, it was really fucking clever. I cannot stress enough how fucking clever it was, and I really enjoyed what they did, and how they played it out. And there was a new character introduced named Spider, and I fucking love Spider. Plus, they really wanted to emphasize the idea that the idea of Destiny, the idea that Destiny's always meant to be, is sci-fi fantasy. So, like, kings and queens and factions and different, like, things like that, but it's all sci-fi, it's all in space. So, I'm just really happy with how it turned out. They changed a lot of the grinding mechanics. So, something I've bitched about for years. Oh, this is a fun enemy. Something I've bitched about for years is how vanilla Destiny was, and that it frustrated the hell out of me because. Hold on, I gotta mention something. This sword I have does fire damage, but it takes away from my stamina. The other swords didn't do that, so sorry.
That actually makes sense because you know what a hot day does to you over time.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, the heat being that close to you, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Slowly taking your energy away. I like that, actually. More things like that should be implemented. That's actually a really small mechanic.
Yeah. This game is really good. It's just...
I mean, it's dirty looking in its style, but it looks fun still.
I love its style. But then again, it's that cutesy style that you're not the real biggest fan of.
No, this is true. I am not a big fan of cutesy shit like Hagrid Super.
All about you and
I didn't hate it entirely.
The story was great, even if you decided cutesiness of the art style.
The cutesiness hurt me, but it was just average to me. Because put aside the cutesiness and the quirk of oh she releases she missed by death metal, it was your average sitcom. Single working girl trying to find her way in the world.
Yeah, you're right that it didn't break any new ground, but
No, it didn't. And the cute style just didn't work for me, and I think that hurt my opinion. Which I said in the review.
Hey!
oh,
What I was to say about Destiny is that so in Destiny 1, if you got gear, you had to bring up its light level to make it as max or as powerful as it could possibly be. The way you did that was it had 3 stipulations on it. You had to have Glimmer, another material, and then a planetary material. Planetary material could only be obtained by running around the planet and collecting it via just being in the open space. The problem is that it was pretty sparse. So in order to get like 20 pieces, it took forever. And I remember this one piece of armor I got, I was really happy with it. It required 50 of the Mars planetary material. So I looked online where was the best place to like grind for it, and it was this one location that 6 other people also had the same idea about. So I got 1 piece of this planetary material like every fucking 5 minutes. And that just was boring as hell. It felt way too grindy for no reason, so I was done with the game. I was fucking done. On top of the no story, like lack of fucking story. 3 characters you meet up with. 3 characters. All 3 of them tell you, I don't have time to tell you anything that requires anything remotely resembling a story. Irritated with Destiny Year 1. Taken King content comes out and they actually add a story. They add something that was missing quite significantly, and that was this idea that maybe the Traveler, the thing that saved humanity and brought this prosperity to colonize the rest of the solar system, maybe it might be the bad guy, or maybe there's no good guys, bad guys in this situation, and we're just tied up in a ancient battle between the darkness and the light. There's all those questions being asked, and the Taken content brings that full force. This king, who is part of the Taken, he acquires his people by force. He doesn't, it's not recruitment, they're not born. He literally just takes them. Hence the Taken. So you're fighting, instead of fighting like a brand new enemy, you're fighting enemies that you know. Cabal, Fallen, Hive, but they're corrupted. They look weird, and they can zip around like they're glitching, and it's annoying. But it's also cool. So that was great. I love the Taken content. But one of the things they did was they changed how you could level up your armor to bring up its light. So instead of having to run around a planet for hours trying to get that one material, there was a fucking vendor in the tower that could give it to you. Like, any other MMO does. And the only way you could buy it from her, though, was you had to have a certain token, and to get that token, you had to play strikes. Strikes are basically levels that you do that take like 20 minutes to do. Here's the benefit of doing a strike and getting that coin. When I finish a strike, there's a chance I could have a high-level weapon drop. Whereas running around the fucking planet for 30 hours, nothing. See why it was annoying to me? So Destiny Year 2, they did a great job. So I was really excited about Destiny 2 in general. However, Bungie went, what if we make the game for casual players and fuck the hardcore players? You beat the campaign to Destiny 2, which is a great campaign. You have a main bad guy named Gull. He's trying to destroy the Guardians. You move on, right? You beat his ass, done and done. You get a new tower, it's great. Then the game says, now it's time to level up. You hit your soft cap, which I don't remember what the soft cap was. But to level up, you have to do milestones. Milestones are go to the planet and do a few public events, do some strikes, do some Crucible matches, which are multiplayer. Just do a few things, and once you've accomplished that, you get powerful gear, which is basically like a few levels higher than what you currently have, which is great. Do a few weeks of that, and you'll be at a pretty good level to do the raid. Do a few months of that, and you'll be at your max level. This is the problem. Those milestones take very little time to do, and they are I would call them the exact opposite of grinding. They never felt like grinding to me, and I hate to grind in a video game. I don't know who just left the party, but bye.
Oh, it was Anthony.
Yeah,
Okay.
Anthony.
It's always been Anthony.
Even though I enjoyed that because it allowed me to play the game at a high level, the friends that I have that like to grind Destiny, they hated it. They were like, why? Like, what's the point of grinding in this game? The drops are terrible. It only drops at your light level, yada, yada, yada. I was like, I get what you're saying. But, there has to be a way to accommodate both the hardcore audience and the casual audience. This is the same company that made Halo. So you're going to gather those Halo fans, but because it's, Activision / Blizzard helping make it, you're going to gather those MMO fans. So how do you appease both audiences, right? Year 2 Destiny 2, this expansion fucking does that. So there are still your milestones that give you high level gear or higher level gear. And once you accomplish that, great. You'll get that high level gear. However, there are a bunch of tasks now that require a fucking just a ton of grinding in order to obtain. I'll give you an example. So after you beat the game, you get a thing called Cade's Will. Cade's Will requires that you kill 5 invaders in the new game type Gambit. So people that come to the other side. If you haven't heard of Gambit, it's very simple. There are AI enemies on the map. You kill them to get motes. You dump the motes to put a blocker on the other team. If a blocker is on the other team, they can't dump their emotes, right? Kind of like Tetris. If you hit like a fucking Tetris and you're playing versus, you'll drop a block on their side and they have to fucking get rid of it, right? Similar idea. However, occasionally, every 25 motes that you collect, a portal will open up and an enemy teammate can come to your side or vice versa. Well, when they come to your side, you have to kill 5 of them with a hand cannon. After that, you have to go then into the strikes and kill 250 enemies with headshots with a hand cannon. If that ain't some grindy ass shit, I don't know what is. But that's for the hardcore audience. For the casual, you just do the fucking milestones. Why did it take them a year to do this? Again. Alright, back to this game. I'm done.
Well, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Hey Josh,
Yeah,
fuck
me
you.
too.
How about that?
Because
Josh.
Destiny's not my game, it's Warframe.
Warframe does something interesting because its story is there, but it doesn't matter.
I would say that's true. But
Like it
except
has
for one particular plot point, but yeah.
it has its lore, it has its, reason for being there to push the player forward, but also it doesn't matter. Like, the idea of the game is to, whoa, I'm gonna get this,
I don't
sorry.
mean to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off. No, of course I'm not paying attention to everything. I was just giving you some truth. But I am fading fast, and I do need to take a nap.
That's fine, dude. I'm gonna play one more level of this and call it.
Alright, I will talk at all you guys later and have fun at work tonight, dude.
Oh, I don't know if fun's gonna be a thing, but I won't be, it won't be bad.
I hope you exist after work.
Well, it's,
Yeah.
look, being at a cash register and just ringing people up, I wouldn't call that fun. But it's not bad either. Like, it's definitely great. My nose is just...
That's like 3/4 of your name right there. But I'll catch you later, Josh.
Alright, everybody take care. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, Ryan, like, Warframe is great for a lot of things, but the general idea of Warframe is just...
Oh yeah, it is definitely grindy. No question about it. But also, one of the things I kind of appreciated is the supreme depth that they have within the weapon system. That's what keeps me coming back, honestly. You can switch out to different weapons at any time, and weapons work drastically different from one to another.
Yeah.
And I kind of appreciate how they don't necessarily do pay to win.
True. They are a free-to-play game, but they don't... It's not...
Yeah, but I mean, the expectation is it's can pay to win, but basically you grind for everything that you would need anyway, so it's... What's the point, right?
The point is to try to be a little cooler. Oh my god, these explodey guys are really fucking making my style here.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, like, it's interesting because what a Warframe does, I think, in terms of Ghost Butters, versus, like, let's say Destiny, is the allowance of, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to fight these enemies, and it turns out, like, just don't let them touch you.
It's almost as if being adventure requires intense concentration to do.
Yeah. I do, huh?
Oh, you're talking about Super Meat Boy?
Yep.
That sounds about right.
You sound awful, Anthony.
Yeah, you're sounding really far away.
Let me put my mouth so that, like,
That's
sound
better.
better.
Well,
Way
you don't
better.
need to keep starting it, but yeah.
Cup. Yeah, I'm just saying that pretty much play. This is really awesome. Boy might be the game.
Yeah, okay,
Try out.
I've played Super Meat Boy. I would definitely not call Super Meat. God damn it, these ghosts just take all my stamina. Why this asshole again?
Here, like the button.
over here.
Chopper, no. No.
Come on, let me kill him for that.
Do it now. No.
Oh god, so close. Oh.
Yeah, but also killing the enemies within Warframe is a very cathartic process too.
Yeah.
Because the sheer amount of enemies that are coming at you, I mean, we're talking like Destiny Warrior level of enemy quantity. And to be able to take them out and style and flourish just kind of speaks to me, honestly.
That's fair. I mean, I have nothing against Warframe. The point I was getting at was the thing to me that Warframe does that Destiny doesn't is its weapon system. To me, what Warframe does in terms of story, or not story, but how their weapons work and how you unlock them and how many there are, like, why the fuck why can't Destiny do something similar? I just don't know. But guys, that's gonna do it for me. I'm tired. I'm gonna try to get something to eat real quick, some dinner, and then I gotta try to get some sleep before work tonight. Oh, because I gotta do 2 fucking graveyard shifts. Whoop-a-doo. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It'll be alright. My biggest worry right now is not necessarily the time. It's every night at 2:15 I have to lock the door. Which I don't even remember where the fucking keys are for that. Put a sign on the door, sweep the floor, do my countdown on my drawer, get a few other things ready, make sure I have all the paperwork, mop the floor, put the mats back down, completely close out my drawer for the day, close out the store for the day, reopen everything back up at 3 o'clock, including my drawer, open the doors. I have to do all of that in 45 minutes. That's the part that I'm most stressed about. Because the other, from 10 to 2, just register work. Just register work. From 3 to 6, just register work. And I know I'm really hoping that tonight and tomorrow are going to be busy in the store because it's Friday and Saturday, and so there are a lot of people coming to get booze.
Like the news.
Yeah. So I'm hoping it's busy and it goes by fast, but we'll see.
Well, good luck at the shift, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Have fun with that.
Oh, it's not gonna be fun, but hey.
Yeah,
At least,
it's
luck with it, right?
yeah, fun's.
I say that sarcastically.
Oh, okay. I see. You're just.
Not all of us can
I
work
see.
at a movie theater, Anthony.
Well, yeah, that's more fun.
What do you
Except
what
when
do
it's
you
very slow.
what do you do at the movie theater, by the way?
It's either 3 things. One, I go to each movie theater and check how many people are in there in the first 2 weeks of the movie. They come back towards the last 2 weeks of the movie. Count the heads pretty much. I do at times is I'm at the front door trying tickets, telling people where to go. Comes to which movie they're going to see. And the last one is clean movie theaters. Either which one or the ones that come out, and or the floor and the lobbies. So, yeah, those are
Which theater is it?
It's the Edward Cinema.
No,
and,
I mean, like, is it United Artists, Century,
it's
Regal? Okay. Like, I'm not gonna know which theater it is by the name unless I look it up, and I'm not gonna do that. I was wondering which theater company owns it. Yeah, Regal. Yeah, okay.
Yep, I get free movie tickets every 2 days or every day.
I think it's really funny that you and I basically have jobs now that both of us could have late shifts. Like,
yeah.
you could have an until 4 o'clock in the morning shift.
Actually, no. I did not get those.
You might. It depends on the
No.
it depends on the movie coming out.
No.
Why not?
Because what was it? The only people that stayed later than theater I work at is the work at the food court.
So you mean to tell me, Anthony, that if there's a movie that comes out that's huge, like, oh, I don't know, a Star Wars movie, or Infinity War Part 2, that you wouldn't be doing a super late shift?
To my knowledge, no. Unless they really need it. Like,
I'm saying that they would really need it. I've had friends that have worked at theaters, Anthony. I've had friends that worked at theaters, and when those big movies come out, it's all hands on deck.
Well, I haven't ran into that one.
You're not going to.
When I've been.
I was gonna say you're not going to for at least a while, because I don't think there's anything coming out for the rest of the year that's going to be a blockbuster like that.
Yeah. The only closest one I can think of is Wreck-It Ralph. Well, even then.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they'll do a midnight showing, but I don't think it'll be all hands on deck situation for that.
Good point. Yeah, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I have not run into that problem yet, so I believe that I'm fine whenever.
Yeah. But regardless, the idea that Anthony and I will pick up the podcast in a weird way down the line when he gets his stuff down in Long Beach. Basically, we're going to be talking to each other every week going, when can we do the podcast? And then we're just going to do it on a day. We'll let everyone know as soon as we can. But that's how it's going to be for a hot minute. Until both of us get a job that allows us to have a day off together at the same time or some shit. So.
Yeah, it'll be transformed into a different form, but the podcast will still alive. Will still be alive. Also,
well, the podcast will be the same. It'll be us talking about like 4 or 5 topics in gaming news.
Yeah.
But when it goes live are completely different things.
Actually, I am planning to do something else. So I'll talk to you about Greg about this, but for everybody in here who might be wondering, so I'm planning to do like a short, like a news short version, for Instagram specifically. I'll probably report it to YouTube too as well. But basically, my idea is that I'm doing these short little news bites. As far as like how many times a week, I want to say 3, really. Leading up into the podcast on whatever day it might be. The title of this short doing is called Quick Notes or Quick Note. So yeah, that's pretty much what I plan to do. And new stuff. We want to be informed, and then we will give our full opinions on the podcast leading up to those news stories or news stories I talked about on there. So yeah, that's going to be what I'm working on as soon as I get my stuff done. So.
But Anthony, what if I don't want to be informed? What if I want to watch something else of yours?
Well, then you can tune into the full podcast when it goes live on this Twitch channel, and we'll let people know every week what our schedule's going to be, or the Twitch schedule is going to be actually.
So yeah, follow us on Twitter, because that's where we post 90% of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
You like that guiding lead right there?
We should definitely do a slight rebranding, Anthony, and see if we can change our name to just Mission Start on Twitch. Capital M, capital S, because as of right now everything's lowercase.
I don't think anybody has a capitalized name on Twitch that they can use in their name. Also,
what are you talking about?
There isn't there isn't any other Twitch channel that it, well, I'll take that back. No, well, is there? Hang on, let me double check something. Hang on. As far as I know, no.
There is one Mission Start. Well, then we need to figure something out that's not Mission Start P, because it doesn't work. We need a better name to give out to people when we tell them to come to the channel. But the other thing I was going to say is whatever we decide to do, we need to do that on Twitch as well. But the other problem I was gonna say, Anthony, is that from what I'm seeing right now, our channel needs to have the M and the S capitalized. Because right now everything is lowercase. See what I'm saying?
So how about this? What do you guys think about this? If you take like the first, whatchamacallit, like the first syllable of mission and start, it's mi and sta, and maybe call it mista.
No, I don't mean that kind of rebranding. Because I like Mission Start. I really like that name, Mission Start. It's just whenever I tell people that it's Mission Start P, that gets lost in translation. The P gets lost, is my point. So we need something that's a little bit more succinct at the end, is all I'm getting. Mission Start 1 might work. Mission Start Cast. A better thing than P. That's all. Because there's a lot of letters that rhyme with P. When you say that shit over the internet, shit gets lost in translation. You get my point? Am I making sense?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Anthony? I'm assuming his Discord dropped out again. Well, I'm gonna call the stream, guys.
There you go.
I'm gonna call it. If you're still here and you're watching this, I'll be on tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I'll be playing another game that we have sponsored.
I'm back, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
so, alright. So, here's what I can do. I can probably talk to one of the upper heads, either at TwitchCon or just email them about a possible name change. I don't think they allow another name change. They only give out one.
Yeah, did you change our name once?
We should start Twitch channel, but there's nobody that's on it. It's an empty space, essentially.
Right, so what I was saying is we should do something different than P. I'm just saying something that's more succinct. Like Cast, or Mission Start Stream. Something more like that, so that way when I tell people, the P doesn't get lost in translation, since there's a lot of letters that rhyme with P. Get where I'm going with that?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
And then also we need to capitalize the M and the S on Mission Start.
That is a no-go.
Why is
Twitch
that?
doesn't have because Twitch. If you look at all the Twitch titles for every other channel, there's no capitalization.
Yeah, there is.
No, it's not.
Yes, there is. Mine has capitals on the C, the R, and the G.
On your link.
On my Twitch channel, yes.
Twitch, nope, it's lowercase.
Well, what the fuck? I'm looking at it right now, and they're fucking capitalized.
That's on your title. That meant on your link.
What do you mean by link? What do you mean by link?
So when I type in the URL twitch.tv, I went Chub Rock Geek.
Yes, I'm not talking about that, Anthony. I'm not talking about that. Right now, when you look at the name of the channel, the M and the S are not. Everything is lowercase. Where other channels that seem more professional have a capital letter where it needs to be. We need a capital letter on the M and the S.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I thought. Okay, I can.
Well, before we do that, let's come up with something at the end that's not P, that nobody else has. As of right now, when I type in Mission Start into the Twitch search, just Mission Start, there are only 3 channels that pop up. I'm actually hit channels, so there's a total of 6 channels. There's Mission Start P, Mission Start TV, Mission Start Podcast Test, which I think you already own.
Yeah.
Mission Stardust, which is not what Mission State. So there's a lot of options we have there to put a word at the end that's not P.
I can ask for Mission Start because, like, right now, it seems like nobody. It's 0 0 followers, 0 followers.
Here,
As I
before we have this
follow.
conversation, Anthony, let me end the stream.
Oh,
All right,
so
I'm
try to
streaming.
do like these 20
Streaming
minutes
tomorrow.
now.
I'm streaming tomorrow at 2. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.